Hi, welcome to another episode. Take a look behind me where we're at. And if you didn't look at the title of this video, then guess what we're going to be doing this video on. It's the predecessor of the Raptor. And it was released in 1966 by Ford. And it's making its return in 2021. So let's get started. Take a look at this Ford Raptor. Now, this beast of a truck's been tearing up off-road and trails for years. But its predecessor was released in 1966 when they made its premiere, the Ford Bronco. And it would lead the way for off-road racing, off-road fun, running the trails, going out on a camping trip, take it anywhere and everywhere. But sadly, at one point it did leave the market, but in 2021 the Ford Bronco is making its return. That's pretty exciting. In this episode we're going to learn more about the history of the Ford Bronco, its demise, and what steps it took Ford to bring it back again. We'll learn all about it. Let's take a quick look at this Raptor. This is a 2020 Ford F-150 Raptor. It's powered by a 3.5 liter high output motor that is twin turboed or EcoBoost. It has a 10-speed automatic transmission, so this rugged truck will go anywhere and everywhere. You can almost race it as is off-road. Now, I would keep watching towards the end of this video. There's a surprise for you. 50 years in the making from Ford Motor Company. Now take a look at this interior. This is awesome. Interior, amazing. Everything where you need it. You'd be racing off-road in comfort. I love those seats. Almost something out of a Mustang. Take a look behind me. The first Bronco, 1966 is when they showed up. And if we're going to do the history of the Bronco, we might as well start with the 66. So let's take a closer look at this animal, because this was a beast back in the day. This is a 1966 Ford Bronco. Now this is what you call a resto mod, because it's been restored, modified, improved, and the company that did this is called BC Broncos. I'll leave you a link in the description if you want to know more about this Bronco and more about the company. But everything is improved from the engine, which is now a 5.0 liter all aluminum V8 Ford motor. It's called a Coyote. Part of the restoration process of this Bronco, they tore it down all the way to the frame and built it up and modified brakes, suspension, everything in between. Now this is, again, built by BC Broncos. I will put a link in the description.
Bronco. Bronco. Ford Bronco. First four-wheel drive sports car, blazing a new trail of excitement. The new Ford Bronco for 1966. A rough, tough, go-anywhere, climb-anything sports car. Choice of powerful 6 or big new 200-horsepower V8 engine. Clear out snow in four-wheel drive. Cruise down a road in 2. Two-wheel drive without annoying whine. Smooth as silk on paved roads, Ford's new Bronco gives you synchronized shifting. Velvet smooth coil spring drive. Bronco Roadster, built for fun. Bronco Sports Utility, a do-anything workhorse. Bronco Wagon, family carry-all. Name of Bronco, a new V8 Bronco at your Ford dealer.
This is one of the sketches of one of the first Broncos at Ford Motor Company. First 1966 Bronco. a 1968 Bronco similar to the one Rod Hall raced?
The one thing I know about is this 68 Bronco, which Miner and I won overall in 69. I've done lots of racing. Well, I went 3.5 years one time. It was about 35 to 37 races. I won in a row. You could win a lot of races by just slowing down a little bit and taking care of the vehicle.
I just loved that Bronco. I sort of jokingly one day said to him that we should pull it out, we should totally do a mechanical restoration, and we should go and race it down at Nora. He very willingly said yes. I was not expecting that at all. It felt so special to me to be sharing the driving duties with him in this vehicle that really changed history.
3 of the models of the 1969 Bronco. Rod Hall and his co-driver tearing it up off-road in his 1969 Bronco. This is the 1972 Bronco, and behind it is a Ford Ranchero. A 1974 Bronco, looking new in the showroom. This is a 1974 Bronco that was restored, tearing it up off-road. In the late 70s, the Ford Bronco started getting bigger, as you can see here. And as we roll into the 80s, the Bronco is pretty much about the same wheelbase as a full-size truck. They're pretty big by the 80s and stayed that way. In the late 80s and 90s, the Bronco got some trim packages like the XL, the Lariat, the Eddie Bauer edition. Over the years, the Bronco could be seen in a lot of different TV shows. It had become famous. This is the 1996 Bronco. It was the last year that this vehicle would be produced. This is a 2004 prototype for a Bronco. It was seen at the Detroit Auto Show the same year, teasing all the fans of the Bronco that it might be coming back in the near future. In 2018, that concept Bronco will make another appearance on the big screen in the blockbuster movie Rampage. And who better to be behind the wheel of that concept vehicle? The Rock. How cool is that? Here it is, the 2021 Ford Bronco Sport. Man, what a vehicle. It's as comfortable off-road as it is on the road. No place you can't take this beast. In 1966, they called the original Bronco a four-wheel drive sports car. I say that's true again. As we take a closer look at this Bronco Sport, we can see a lot of similar lines from the original, modernized. like the front. Headlights. Similar but more modern. It's sleek, it's sporty, it's sexy even. Functional. They made improvements in the right spots. Now, the Bronco Sport comes in 5 trim packages. So there's a lot to choose from. The dash, everything where it needs to be for the driver, for the passenger. Awesome electronic package. Modern electronic package. Functionality is apparent in the interior of the Bronco Sport. How about that? A place to keep your electronics safe while you're beating it up off-road. Handy storage compartments under the seat. Cool little place to hang your stuff. Very useful interior. Very thought out interior and planned. Even the interior is kind of sexy. You can find the Bronco everywhere inside. I love that logo. Love that dash. It does have a feel back to the original, but again, updated and modern. Built wild, definitely. Watch for the Bronco Sport showing up towards the end of the year, 2020, at your local Ford dealerships. Watch out, Jeep. The Bronco's coming back. You can see in the 2021 Ford Bronco 2-door and 4-door models, you can see the Heritage. The tie-in to the originals back in the 60s. And as those were, these two are just as much a beast as the originals were. And I'm going to say it again, 4-wheel drive sports car, definitely in the 2021 Bronco 2-door and 4-door models. Amazing. There's no place you can't take these Broncos. They go anywhere and everywhere. Just as comfortable taking it to go get groceries or pick up your dry cleaning as it is climbing rocks and running trails. It's everything the original Broncos were and more. Awesome lineup. Watch out, Jeep. The Broncos are coming for you. Now let's take a little closer look at these amazing vehicles. As you can see, there's a lot of tie-ins to the original. These two models are available with 7 trim packages, kind of honoring the original Broncos. The body lines, the accents. All-screen Bronco, all-screen off-road, all-screen performance. You can get in the 2-door, take it off-road, and think you're Rod Hall. World-class off-road driver. I think Rod Hall would be just as comfortable taking this off-road as he did his Bronco. This Bronco is amazing. It's like he took the 1966 original Bronco, modernized it, gave it an injection of steroids, and in that year, in the commercial, they referred to it as a four-wheel drive sports car. I think that's true again. It's much more than an SUV. It's amazing. Now in spring of 2021, watch for it to show up at your local Ford dealerships. I will be. I'll be counting the days. Man, this is amazing. That brings another episode of All Auto Vlog to an end. Again, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe on your way out. And I would suggest you hit the bell icon so you get a notification when new episodes are released. Alright, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next Friday. And I'm going to include web addresses, links in the description to both God and Ford and to Ford Motor Company themselves, and to any other resources I can find on the 2021 Bronco. Alright, if you enjoy the Bronco, go out and buy one when they come out here in a few months. Here is what I was promising you 50 years in the making. Hi everyone, thank you again for watching this episode. I really enjoyed putting this episode together, and if it wasn't for the help of Ford Motor Company and God and Ford here in Las Vegas, I couldn't have got it done. Alright everyone, thanks again for watching. We'll see you next week.